Hey guys, how are you? I just want to introduce you to my friends Joaquin and Mark. These guys have a really cool testimony to share.
Everybody.
Hey.
How's it going? Yeah, we've got a radical testimony of one night we were out playing soccer. There's a bunch of Bethel people and then people, they're just locals. We all get together on Wednesday nights and go play soccer out at a soccer complex. And we were just having a good time and playing, and I think it was kind of like rainy that night or something.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. And we'd probably been playing for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And we had a good friend with us there. His name was Jake. And I was up on the far side of the field. I wasn't even near it when it happened, but he went into a challenge with some guys and went head to head with another guy, and hit his head extremely hard. Wasn't he knocked out? He was on the ground.
He was on the ground. We took it out of the field, and he started like almost puking.
Yeah, he was on the ground, and we all kind of ran because he was just kind of out. We kept playing because we didn't realize what had happened. And then all of a sudden, everyone was yelling, hey, stop the game, stop the game. And we realized that he was just out on the ground lying. And so we run from the other side of the field to him, and we're helping him off the field. And he's like wheezing and he's like stumbling. He can't even like stand up straight. And we help him off to the side, and he starts like dry heaving like he wants to throw up. And at that point we knew it was like pretty serious. Like
you stay within like 20 minutes probably.
Yeah.
You stay with him all the time, and probably the rest of the guys just keep playing. And some people invited Jake back to play, that he was okay, he was fine.
People didn't realize like how serious it was, and like people were like, oh, he'll be okay. Well, he can come out and play. And we had gathered around just with anybody. There was believers there, non-believers, and we're just gonna pray for him. And we declared healing, and we didn't really see anything change. He stopped dry heaving, stopped trying to throw up, which was like an improvement, but he was very out of it. He couldn't stand up on his own, and he was just like didn't know where he was, very out of it.
The guy, he tried to go by himself to his car and leave.
Yeah, he tried to walk away at one point and drive home, didn't say anything, and he lives like 30 minutes away, and like he could hardly walk in a straight line. Like we knew it was bad, and we're like, no, Jake, we need to take you to the hospital. And he started freaking out because he doesn't have health insurance, and it was like, we knew it was going to be like a battle to try and convince him to get to the hospital. And so it's kind of like the situation, like, well, we don't know what to do. Someone ended up saying, oh, his sister lives in town, and she only lives like 5-10 minutes away. And we were like, well, maybe if he's not going to go to the hospital, we could not convince him to go to the hospital. Maybe we can just get him to get to his sister's at least at first, and then we can maybe convince him to go from there. And so we called his sister, and she didn't answer. She had been sick that entire day and was like sleeping. They called again, and she picked up. They woke her up, and she's like, okay, yeah, you can bring him over here. She didn't really realize how serious it was. And so I had to fight. Yeah, we had to kind of fight to get the keys from him.
It's true. You want to drive.
It was like he really wanted to drive because he did not want to go to the hospital. That's the only thing he was coherent on. And like I had gotten the keys from him finally, and then he still got in the driver's seat and was just sitting there in the driver's seat like this. And he was like looking for his keys. He couldn't even remember these things.